What's up everyone and welcome to the club. In today's video we're drawing a Mace Operator from Call of Duty. Let's begin today's lesson by blocking out the basic shape of the head. We're going to start by adding a guideline coming down the center of our page. So we're going to start from the very top in the middle. Just going to lightly work our way down towards the bottom. Now along the top, let's add another guideline going across from left to right. Now we want to add a circle along the top of our page. So we're going to use these two guidelines to help us do that. So from the center point, let's step up toward the top, mark off the top of our circle. Now I want to take that same distance from the center down towards the bottom, mark that off. And we'll do the same thing across this horizontal line. So measuring the distance from the center over toward the left and then the right side. Now we connect the center point of each mark with a curve to create our circle. So let's start with the top left. Just going to loosely block this in. And the circle doesn't have to be perfect. We're just using this as a guide. We can just go back and just smooth that out. Let's add a guide coming down the side of our circle for the head. So start on the left, bring this all the way down towards the bottom. Do the same thing on the right. And then along the bottom of our circle, let's add another line going across from left to right. Now with our circle and guidelines in place, let's start blocking out the main facial features. Let's start by marking out the inside corner of the eyes. So from that center line, let's step over towards the left, draw a straight line going up, go over towards right with that same distance, do the same thing. Extend these lines coming down towards the bottom. Now I'm going to work our way around the eyes. From this point, angle this up and then out. From the outside, let's step in. It's going to round out the eye, coming down and then in towards the bottom. And then from here, bend this in and then up on the inside. Now I'm going to add some shape to the top of the mask. From that center point, let's bend this out and then up toward the left and right side. From the point on the top, step in. It's going to round out the side and then come down beside the eye. I want to add a thick strap along the top of the head, so we're going to extend these two lines up towards the top of our circle. Now underneath the eyes, we're going to step down, draw a straight line going across the cheekbones. Let's block in that vent across the center of the face. From these 2 points, angle this down and then out towards the side. Come straight down towards the bottom. I'm going to close this off with a straight line going all the way across from left to right. Halfway along the cheekbone, I'm just going to come down and then bend that in towards the bottom. And it'll connect the outside of the cheek to the bottom of the chin with a straight angled line. Let's go back up to the top. We're just going to round out the ear, going out and then back in. Now we're going to add a strap going across the ear. From this point in the jaw, angle this up and in, then this out and then up towards the side of the ear. Now let's wrap the large collar around the head. We're going to start from the side of the ear. It's going to draw a large circle, going all the way around towards the middle, back up and in on the right. And then from the top, it's going to slope the shoulders, coming down and out. Now with our rough sketch in place, I'm going to go back and clean this up by erasing these guidelines. Now we're going to use a rough sketch as a guide to add some more detail and refine the shape. Now I want to start with this strap in the center of the forehead. Let's start from the top corners. I'm just going to bring this down towards the middle, close this off, and I'll just add a button across the top. Let's extend this up just past the top of the head. Just add a little bit more shape to the head coming down the side. I'm just going to refine the edge of the mask coming in along the cheekbones and then in behind that strap. Let's just round out the cheeks coming in. Now I'm just going to layer the eyes inside the mask. Starting along the top of the eyelid, and come down across the bottom. I'm just going to add some folds across the side of the collar, coming in towards the middle. And then we'll go back and clean up our drawing one final time before we add some more detail and shading. Now we're going to go in and start modifying the shape and adding some more contrast. So we'll start around the eyes. Give our character some eyebrows just on top, and just roughly shade those in. Now the mask has some cracks around the edges, so we're going to start back in the middle and just work our way around the side, just adding these cracks and fissures. I'm just going to roughen up the edges. Add some straps coming out the side. I'm just going to clean up our drawing one more time. I'm just going to add some shading to the eyes, a little highlight on the top left side. Starting at the top and just fade that down towards the bottom. Now we're going to add some shadows around the eye, starting from the top, going darker, and then just fading that down. Go back and just darken up the eyebrows. And then just adding some texture inside the mask. Let's add a glare across the top of the eyes. So we're just going to darken this up with a strip of shadow and then fade that out towards the sides. And just add a shadow across the side of the head and then fade that in. I want to cast a dark shadow just underneath the head across the neck and the collar. So start off dark along the top and just blend that down. And go back and just add some more shadow around the eyes. I want to add a little bit of a camouflage pattern around the head. So starting from the outside, I'm just going to trace out the pattern and then just shade that in. Just randomly working our way around the head. And we'll add some darker spots in between. And then we'll go back and add those large cracks across the mask. And then go back and add some reflection around the mask, starting underneath the eyes, around the cheeks. As we get near the end, we'll just darken up our contrast and add a little bit more detail around the body, and always be sure to sign our artwork, and that's pretty much it. There's a sketch illustration of a Mace Operator from Call of Duty. I hope you enjoyed today's lesson. If you did, please make sure you subscribe because I'm posting new lessons every single week. I want to thank you for watching, and I'll see you again soon. For just $1 a month, you'll gain instant access to exclusive members-only drawing tutorials, virtual art camps, and much, much more. Join our thriving community of passionate artists just like you, and let your creativity soar. So just click that link in the description, and I'll see you in the club.